Hey there, happy day 971 of What's She Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting my journey as I transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. What's working, what's not, the good, the bad, the ugly, kind of everything. This is just my daily way of documenting my journey. Visually challenged, so writing a blog wasn't going to work for me. Filling up notebooks wasn't going to work for me, so I had to find a way that would work for me, and this works for me. And hopefully if I can just help one person to not make some of the mistakes I've made or to shortcut their process, then I feel like it's been worthwhile, that it's worth doing. So today I want to talk a little bit about a break, a pause, a stop, and when to quit doing something. It was the topic of Set Up for Success, getting ready for a new 30-day challenge, August 1st through 31st. And as part of that, I don't like to not do anything on my group and in the group and on the page for a big period of time. So the month of September was going to be vacant if I didn't think of something to do. So I started doing just sharing life lessons, success lessons, things that I've learned along the way, usually the hard way, by banging my head against the wall repeatedly till I actually figured it out and said, oh, this is why I can stop banging my head against the wall. I don't have to bang my head against the wall. I can do this instead. And that involves a lot of the time trial and error testing and figuring out, okay, when do I need a break for something, from something or someone, some situation that isn't necessarily working out perfectly for me? When do I need to pause what I'm doing on a project or in a relationship or on an adventure? When do I need to take a pause and a breather and just breathe and rethink some of what's going on in a situation? When do I need to stop, literally, immediately, in motion, stop and freeze everything? And again, reconsider and reconfigure and analyze, how's this working out? Is this going the direction I want it to? Or do I need to make a course correction midstream, mid-project, mid-relationship, mid-whatever? And then finally, when do I need to quit and actually sever my situation, get out of this situation entirely, and usually entirely and immediately? It's kind of a progression that I go through and have gone through to figure that point out. Usually something will start, niggling at me and I'll be like, oh, okay, this is feeling a little bit off. And then I might get to the point where I might just keep going because, in business we're taught to hustle and grind and never give up and just keep pushing forward and through. And sometimes we're pushing through on the wrong road or on the wrong project or with the wrong people or with the wrong supplier, with the wrong materials, with the wrong something. And if we keep pushing through, no matter how hard we try, no matter how much we hustle, no matter how much work and effort we put into something, it's not going to work because it's not the right thing for us. So how do we know and how do we do that? And I have a really quick and easy litmus test for that. If something doesn't feel right or good to me, I either pause, take a break, stop doing it, and figure out what's going on and look around and actually investigate and analyze what's going on. Or, depending on the severity of it, I will immediately separate myself from that. Now, was I always that way? Absolutely, positively not. A lot of times I've stayed with partners too long, both personal and professional, stayed with businesses and jobs too long after I knew that it wasn't the right fit for me and I knew I needed more. I needed to try something different or go in a different direction. Yet so often we stay in things because we think we have to or we should or we don't have any other choices or alternatives. We always have other choices. We always have alternatives. There's always something out there for us, but we have to be open to it. We have to be willing to say, all right, what I'm doing isn't working. Maybe I should look for something else. Maybe I should open myself up to other possibilities and other opportunities. So as a topic for Set Up for Success today, one of my favorite topics now, because it's all about the lessons that we learn along the way. And that comes from trial and error, from experimenting, from taking action and doing something. It doesn't come from just sitting and thinking about it. Fun challenge today was the third part of a what do you want to be when you grow up day. And it's what do you want to be right now? Right now, if you could be anything, what is it that you want to be? And then, are you being that? Are you doing that? Are you moving toward that or not? Is my follow-up question to that. But it's mostly just a fun challenge. So we just share, hey, what do you want to be right now? Supersize Your Business was about telling people to go fly a kite, getting rid of people that are pestering you or bothering you, which is kind of like a when to walk away, when to quit, when to stop doing something discussion as well. It's interesting how often I'll pick a topic and it ends up fitting into all of the different pieces of content that I'm creating on any given day. And it's not usually intentional. I would like to say that it's mapped out and planned out and intentional, but it's absolutely positively not. It's randomly selected. And I usually, for the idioms for Supersize Your Business, I just randomly select them from a book. Now it's interesting because there's 600 idioms in this particular book that I started doing, 500 and whatever you on, 572 plus days ago, because I didn't start counting right off the bat, but 572 days ago or more. There's only 600 idioms in this book. So I'm getting to the end, and I'm finding that a lot of the idioms are the ones I skipped over because they're harder to figure out how they fit with growing and supersizing and scaling and building your business. And so I'm having to get really creative at the end here. These last 30 or so idioms are like, okay, well, how do I go fly a kite to fit with growing and building and scaling your business? And usually if I give it a couple of minutes, I can come up with a connection. So for today, to get people out of your business, to get people away from you, how do you do that? Well, you can attract the people you want and also repel the people you don't want at the same time. Do that with our ideal customers. We talked about how do you terminate people and let people go when you find out that they're not a fit, and how do you remember to do it the right way by treating people the way you want to be treated, and separating the personality from the skills and the job that they're doing. Because sometimes somebody is doing a perfectly good job, but other people culturally think they don't fit because they're different. There's nothing wrong with being different. We need people that are different, that think differently, that look at the world from different perspectives in our organizations, especially if we want to grow and scale. If we don't want to grow and scale, if we just want to create a small little thing, our little neck of the woods, and be a little fish in a little pond, we don't need to consider other people in order to do that. But if we want to grow, we want to scale, we want to supersize, we want to be more and have a positive impact on the world, we probably need to be open-minded and incorporate other people and different ways of thinking into our organizations. That's what I'm working on today. I do need to work on my book today. Thing I've been running into is I'm in a 30-day read a book a day for 30 days challenge, and although it's only supposed to take up like an hour max of our time every day, it takes more time than that for me because I have to do everything with a big screen and a magnifying glass and other tools, and I'm using it as my way to put in place tools to make my life easier as I have certain challenges that other people might not be facing. And that's my way of keeping moving forward, keeping advancing, keeping myself able to do the things that I want to do no matter what's going on in my life. So that's it. That's what I'm working on. If I can help you in any way, ask in the comments below. Sometimes we just need a resource that can hook us up with other resources. Except I might not be the solution or the person with the answer for you, but I do know so many people and so many resources that I can refer you to, or just let you know about, or hook you up with, or give you an introduction, whatever it is that you need to make sure that you're never in that position where you feel like you're stuck and there's nobody you can ask. One of the biggest things that I still struggle with, and I'm not even going to say I've overcome it because I still struggle with it, is asking for help. Asking for help from other people, from other situations, from other things. It's just a thing where I grew up thinking I need to figure everything out myself. I have to be independent because that's how I'm a successful person, which is ridiculous, right? It's one of those limiting beliefs that I still need to let go of, and I'd like to say I'm working on it, but I'm not working on it. I haven't worked on it, and it just hasn't gotten to the list of the top of the most urgent beliefs and thoughts and feelings and limiting things that I need to work on, or want to work on, or want to address. So know that you always have someone that you can ask. And since I'm a fellow It's Hard to Asker, I am probably one of the perfect people to ask for, hey, this is what I'm facing. This is the situation. What's my next move? What's my next step? What do I do now? I love we don't have to ever know everything we have to do. We just have to know the next step. And we have to be willing to ask the question to get us to the next step. So go out, have an absolutely amazing day. I will be with you tomorrow with another update on what she's doing as I go from the brick and mortar world to the online world, the real world to the magical world of the internet. Take care.